Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. My name is Spanj, and before I get started in my brand new Project Eden Let's Play, I wanted to give a little bit of attention to another mod, mod scenario kind of customization. I call it a mod because it's not really a scenario. This is Reforged Galaxy. And Reforged Galaxy is actually only available to download from the official forums at the moment. It doesn't appear on the Steam Workshop, and I think that's probably why I wanted to bring a little bit more attention to it. Also, it's by Vermilllion, and Vermilllion is the guy that makes a lot of the POIs in Empyrion. So, he puts a lot of work into this game. Reforged Galaxy, in essence, is a rehashing of all of the game's config files. So he started this back in, I think this started back in Alpha 11, and he's continued, obviously, working on it through to Alpha 12 now. Now, I'll link down below to the forum page so you can check this out, but all the changes are listed under these little spoiler tags here. So, but you can see that he's tweaked the mining, combat, ship combat, mobility, fuel power, crafting, or enemy loot containers, and CPU as well. A few known issues with it. And these notes, I believe, are from Alpha 11. You actually have to then scroll to the last pages of this thread in order to get the latest version, which at the moment of the time of recording this is this post here of Reforged Galaxy A12 version 1.32. So if you download that zip file, installation is very simple. You take a backup of your config folder. So this will be your Empyrion installation directory. So, I mean, it's usually in Steam Apps, Common, Empyrion Galactic Survival. Go into content, go into configuration, take a backup of everything in here. So you see I've just created a folder called backup, copy everything into that. And then once you've downloaded the Reforged Galaxy zip file, simply go into that zip file, grab all of the config, the ECF files, and just copy and paste them into this configuration folder, overwriting the existing files. And that's it, installation complete. And like I said, most of the features of this are a sort of rebalancing and rehashing of the configuration. So you're not going to find any new sort of POIs or galaxy layout and stuff like that. What you can do is just start a normal survival game, and you'll get a lot of the config that Vermilllion has customized. And so I've started a new game here in the default scenario, the just random survival, and I've started on the snow planet. Now I've got to a position where I sort of crash landed down, and nothing really to note too much about the difference in gameplay from the offset. But one thing I did note is that he has completely, well, I say completely, he has modified the tech tree, so it's a little bit more ordered and sort of sensible. You can see subtle differences throughout the tech tree on where you unlock certain things. There's a little bit more order to it. What's got me quite excited is that just down here under rocket launcher is a flamethrower. So hopefully I'll be able to find have a little go on that a bit later in the video. But yeah, so you can see that, like tools, he's reintroduced the mechanical drill is back as a progression to normal drill, and just sort of generally reorganize this tech tree into a slightly more sensible order, in my opinion. And it's things like that, really. It is just subtle tweaks to the mass and volume of things, so that you can perhaps carry more of smaller items, less maybe of larger items. Tweaks to weapon damage. One of the things I'm most excited about is tweaks to actual AI. So I'm going to progress and press on with my little survival game here. And I'm looking forward to finding my first Xerax POI and having a go at the Xerax and experiencing that tweaked AI for the first time. Let's see what this mod, for want of another name here, can really bring to the game. So early game, going back to this mechanical drill, I'm not so sure about this. I mean, it's slow. You know what I feel, how I feel about mining and stuff, so having to go back to this thing does seem a bit like a step backwards for me, but that's my personal opinion. That's how I generally feel about it. I know probably quite a few of you out there actually quite like the idea of bringing on mechanical drill back and having a bit of progression around the whole mining thing. Certainly in the early game, it seems that mining has slowed down a lot, but I don't think, for the most part, it's too difficult to get Promethean. The only drama is that the normal drill is now level 15. So it is a bit of a grind. Return to grind to get back to some faster drilling. But that might be okay for some of you guys. So what about early game combat then? Well, let's see if we can pick on some drones and see how they act with these new configuration files. Now, before we get into combat, you should probably take note that you cannot actually build an assault rifle or shotgun in the portable constructor under this configuration. You are going to need a small constructor. So you're going to want to get one of these first, and obviously some ammo before you go start picking on drones. Okay, so armed with an assault rifle shotgun, I was also fortunate enough to get a T2 pistol from the UCH Heidelberg mission. Now, if you follow the storyline missions, then you'll be brought to this teleporter station. Now, we've run this before, so we know if we access this console here, it's a trap, and we're about to get ambushed by some drones. Let's set off the trap. Okay, we should leave. Oh, I want to get my things first. Whoops. Now I pissed off Polaris as well. Good thing I popped a survival tent nearby in a safe location so that I can respawn in relative safety. But here come the drones, and they're big boys as well. In fact, ouch. Ee, ooh, ow, ow, ee, ooh. Oof. Minigun drones. Grab my stuff. Well, they're pretty vicious. They are very vicious. Oh god. And yeah, they seem to want to keep a distance from me, which is going to make my life very tricky. Wow. Okay then. Let's see. Yo! Okay, I'm very rapidly running out of cover here. Very rapidly running out of cover, and even more rapidly running out of health. Okay, we're gonna have to play with a rock. Where's my ammo gone? Okay, switching to assault rifle. Now, if these guys work together, now you can see how much more vicious they are with this mod, can't you? They just seem to be. Okay, that's a nice rate of fire upgrade for the assault rifle, though. Do like that one. I'm afraid I'm probably going to die again, guys, because the more I go around this rock away from that drone, I'm going towards that drone. This drone needs to die very soon. I'm going to try and get underneath him. No, the other one from behind has started shooting me now. Yeah, so there we go. These are bastards. Of course, it doesn't help that I blew myself up in the Polaris station because I wanted to loot that box. There we go. Let's try it one more time. Back to the survival tent. The backpack is over 100 meters away. I've got to run to it, try and dodge their fire, which is not easy when they're minigun drones. And there's two of them, one behind, one in front. I'm under this one's fire, but that one is right on me. Grab the stuff. Nope. Down again. Okay, we could be in a lot of trouble here. I don't think that we're going to be able to get out of this death loop now. I'm going to try and lure them over in this direction. And then run very quickly in the opposite direction. Find a rock to hide behind. And grab my backpack. I think if I jump in that hover vessel, they're going to tear it apart. And I'd like to maintain that hover vessel for as long as possible, really. Here we go. Try and use the rocks as best as possible. Okay, it's going rather well so far. Not shot at me yet. Possibly they're out of range. Nope, they're shooting. They're very much shooting. Okay, let's do some inventory. Oof. So we want assault rifle, shotgun. Probably that's all we need. Assault rifle is probably our best bet, taking one of these things down, and then the other one should be relatively simple, straightforward. Fortunately, I'm not seeing health bar on these things, so But ladies and gentlemen, I mean, the AI improvements on these things is vicious. But it does actually make these things formidable, especially early game, like right now. And they definitely seem to be working together. Come on. Get down. Wow, I don't know how much health these things have got. It's difficult without a health bar. No, exactly. Got an open wound. Bleeding out. I didn't realise that the guns could do that, but it makes sense that they do. Bit shotgun. Oh, cannot damage. Maybe that was the rock. I don't know. Shotgun does a hell of a lot more damage, but obviously you need to be point blank. These things poke over this rock like that. Boom. That's one. 3 deaths later. Okay, the other one's moving off. Let's grab that. That's nice. Fuel packs. There's another big rock there we can hide behind. Now the temperature's kicking in. Okay. See if we can deal with this guy nice and quick. I have got my heater with me. If I need to. Pop that down. Pop that down somewhere? Can I pop that a bit closer to the rock? Apparently not. Is that drone bugging out? Is that where is he going? Away? I don't understand. Obviously I'm out of range. 106 meter range on this thing. He does seem to be leaving. I don't know. Okay, we'll warm back up. Let's see if we can close the gap a bit. Okay, now I've got his attention. Ow, 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 ow. Yo! I need to heal that wound, really. Probably do that. If I'm going to live for this, so I don't know if that was a wise use of a bandage. Ooh. I want him to come nice and close, like that. No, you can't shoot through the rock. No, 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 that's illegal. Wow. Usually you can pop one of these things. I know this is a big drone, so he's a little bit more tougher than the normal ones, but usually you can pop them after a few shots with a shotgun. Not today. These guys take a lot of hits, and they are actually quite formidable enemy now. Oh my god. Alright, cheap. There you go. Get on the floor. Yeah. Wow. So there we go, early game. That was close. Yeah, you could say that was close. I died 3 times trying to do that. Okay, one of them was my stupid mistake. But stupid mistakes happen. And with Reforged Galaxy, they cost you a lot. Cost you dearly. Anyway, we died about 3 times. We managed to get them in the end. We got the loot out of them. That is how much more difficult the drones are in the early game. So, be warned. Be warned. So what about mid-game? Mid-game for me is sort of when you've finished the main survival element of the game. You're no longer in danger of just dying because you're outside. Got a basic base together, you're able to produce food and manufacture, and you know, life is a little bit more comfortable. But, you know, you're still scraping by resource-wise. So, what about mid-game combat? Well, me, I brought the bolt in. She's at tier 2, so I've upgraded her with rocket launchers, extra gats, extra thrusters, steel armor, if you can call it armor, steel paper, and a few other bits of stuff that, you know, I had in the last Let's Play kind of thing. You know, mid-game kind of SV, we're just starting the mid-game element. I want to sort of start off a little bit easier, not going to go straight in and try and take down the drone base or anything. Let's see if we can find a nice smallish POI to test how Reforged Galaxy has affected mid-game combat. Here we go. We've got a convoy and it looks like it's got a nice drone escort. Okay, drone's not so much of an issue, although it is going to be an issue. What is an issue is that laser turret. We are going to be taking a lot of fire probably from that laser turret for a while. It's already blown something up. Fortunately, on this particular convoy, I know exactly where the core is. That is just underneath the rocket launchers. I gotta say, I I really like the sound of the rocket launchers in Reforged Galaxy. They sound pretty damn cool. And they hit nicely as well. Let's see how much damage that laser turret did to the bolt there, because it did take something out. Something definitely exploded on my ship. Although I'm struggling to see what that was. Everything looks like it's in perfect condition right now. Let's check it with a multi-tool a second. In fact, the cockpit is taking a bit of a hit, but that's about it. Nice. Okay, well, I think that one was perhaps the easiest possible thing we could go after. Let's have a look at what the damage we did to this turret with 4 rockets. I think we hit it with, maybe 6. It's got 5,000 hit points now, so just under 2,000 hit points left. It's fortunate the core is underneath this. Just making it, like I say, making it quite easy to take down. So what about something a little bit more tougher? Let's have a look at the map, see what we've got to deal with around here. So over here we've got a missile base. There's no way we're going to take that. That thing's got missiles on it, plus 2 defense posts around it. What else we got on this planet? In fact, this snow planet is probably a really bad example to show you guys, because that's it. That's it. It's just these 2 sort of clusters of POIs. Everything else on here, yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult. We've got unknown helixes and stuff that we could take over. It'd just be a case of scouting around and try and find that sort of stuff. They're not going to be too different. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try and build a little throwaway SV. Then we're going to go after the missile base and see how the AI changes have affected how the Zirax bend this pace. Okay guys, so I've built myself a little throwaway SV here. See, it's basically just engines and some wings, taking advantage of the old flight mechanics. I'm going to see if I can come down on top of this missile base. I've gone a bit high. I want to come down on top of this missile base and try and break through into the front door just by flying directly at it. Now, I'm close here, but the wrong side. I need to approach from a different angle. But the idea here is that I can just about survive long enough in this thing to get on the ground, and then hopefully just make my way straight into the front door. Now, if I remember correctly, front door, well, need to see if this works in a second. Missiles incoming already. This is going to hurt. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Let me get out, let me get out the cockpit. Die, Zirax scum! Oh yeah, chainsaw's not a bad option right at the moment. But there we go, it seems to have worked. I have... Oh! Ow! What the hell? Hang on a second, this isn't right. Okay, I think I just got shot through the wall. Oh dear. Well, Reforged Galaxy doesn't fix all the bugs, unfortunately. But I mean, if the game is going to cheat, then I'm going to cheat right back at it. So, I don't know what happened there. I believe it's these guys, these Zirax commanders, for some reason have the superpower of being able to shoot through walls, which kind of makes, you know, what I was trying to do all the more difficult. Because, oh, I've got mutilation. God damn. Okay, well, you know, this is why we've still got access to the console commands, isn't it, ultimately? So the game fucks up like this, you can actually get around it. I think mutilation is... I'm going to need a trauma kit for that, I think is what I need. Let's give it another chance. I'm going to come out of God mode in this corridor, starting off from where it decided to cheat on me. And we're going to see if we can get through it. I should probably equip everything first. Let's quickly shove all this back in, because they're coming through. Oh boy, they are being very aggressive. Don't fire that rocket. Wow. Okay. Yeah, instantly you can see the difference there. They were extremely aggressive coming through that door. Yeah, I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. And more of them are probably going to come. Now, I don't have a shotgun. I haven't given myself a T2 shotgun or anything. I had the old T1, but I've sort of given myself weapons that I think would be okay. No, I can't accuse it of cheating there. Now, that is completely and utterly failed, isn't it? Wow. Okay, that's... Okay, I want to try it one more time. I've given myself a T2 shotgun this time, so I've upgraded myself a little bit more than where we did it last time. I assume that was a drone killing his own dudes. I did the same thing. Throwaway SV, we managed to get through the front door just as before. I haven't upgraded my armor, so same armor. It's somewhat deteriorated as well. At least I've made it this time to the stairway. There are still a bunch outside the door. I've kind of sort of run around to try and progress. I want to see how much further they go in their aggression with this mod. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. I'm very wary already. The increase in difficulty has put me very much on edge. Hi. Yeah, I think shotgun is probably where we're gonna want to go with these guys. Yeah, I mean the aggression is quite noticeable, isn't it? Still, yeah, having that T2 shotgun helps. Let's see if we can proceed any further before we get our butts kicked. This is serious now. I mean, the drones keep shooting their own dudes up on the top level, which is hilarious. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Okay. I couldn't even get a shot off because I think I was middle of reloading or something. Oh, wow! Was that 2 shots? With a laser? I don't know if it was a headshot or what. The point is, these things are not... they're not a joke anymore. Holy crap, is that firing plasma rounds at me? Yikes! Am I exploding? I got all the injuries, even in God mode. This is how powerful the Xerox have become with Reforged Galaxy. Even in God mode. They can inflict injuries on me. Wow, okay. This is a game changer. This I mean, I know the missile base is quite an advanced one anyway. That's a level 4 POI there. But yikes. Oh my god. I have no idea how to even approach this other than... Jesus, what's the range on these damn missiles? They're just endlessly able to follow me, I assume. There we go. Oh, crashed into the ground. Wow, yeah, there's a lot to think about there, isn't there? So I suppose, ladies and gents, if you're looking for Empyrion Galactic Survival hard mode, then Reforged Galaxy is probably what you're looking for, because I'd say I don't even know how much. I think I'd need heavy armor, epic weapons, and this is the problem. You get the chicken and the egg situation where you need the loot from this place in order to take this place. Fortunately, we know that there are other sites around that are not heavily defended on the outside. So maybe let's go and have a look at one of these things, considering we'd have to take one of these things first. Probably all of them, I would say, before we could even think about attempting anything Xerax. Judging by... There's the abandoned factory over here. That would be ideal. In fact, let's do it. Let's go try out the abandoned factory. Once I've healed myself. Oh, I need my backpack. Well, what a change of pace the abandoned factory will be, at least from the Xerax POIs. Now, even though there's no sort of external defenses on this thing, aside from, I believe, sentry gun there, and one near it as well, this is still not a POI to be messed with. Ow! And these sentry guns have been upgraded with lasers. Crikey, it's just eating my health away very, very quickly. Crikey. I've done a half health already. Only just started. I am in completely and utterly toasted armor, of course, but fully expect you guys to come here fully prepared with proper armor and correct weaponry. Still, We've seen how the Zirax respond to this mod. Let's see how the aliens respond to it. I'm not, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not feeling particularly confident at the moment. Okay, yeah, we got red bug things. Fine. Well, at least we can jump onto stuff and shoot them from afar. They're level 2, which is very much doable, even with tier 2 weapons like this. Oh, my lord. I'm down! Leave me alone! Oh my god. I can't even get into the abandoned factory. My weapons seem so much weaker. They don't seem to hit so much. Maybe I've been spoiled by the epic shotgun. And my last Let's Play. This is taking many lives to do. Where is that bloody horror? Taking the health bars away, so it's really difficult to see how much progress you're making against a particular enemy. Right, let's see if we can actually get into the factory. Now I know that there's sentry guns in here, so we've got to be very careful. And then of course there's bugs everywhere. Why have I volunteered to do this? Honestly. Well, at least we can get some loot, and there's some laser rifle rounds in here, and a pulse laser for an SV, which is nice. Okay. Wait. Did I... Yeah! Wow! Okay, I don't know if you noticed this, I just noticed this. There are 2 coloured dots on this pulse laser. HV and SV. You can mount pulse lasers on HVs in this mod. That's so cool. Going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to discover, I think, but there's so much to discover in the changes of config in this game that I don't think I'm going to be able to do them all in this episode. Certainly not. I'll have that Dino Stew Royale, thank you very much. So I think if you are lucky enough to get an abandoned factory, then you're going to be alright. You're going to be alright because you could pretty much farm this. Well, at least until you've taken the core out, of course. Well, wish me luck. Ooh. It's always nerve-wracking turning those turrets off. Oh, hello! Well, let's give this a go. I mean, it would be rude not to. We wanted to see what the flamethrower was like. Looks like the old drill model. I like it. Good choice, Verm. Let's see how much horrors it deals with. Whoa, okay. Burn, you sons of bitches! It's like a plasma thrower. I can't really see what I'm doing. It is eating through the horrors very nicely, though. Holy moly! Ah, that left a nice little trail of devastation, didn't it? The flamethrower, ladies and gentlemen. Well, plasma thrower, I think, you know. Get rid of you, sentry gun. Wow, they got a lot more health. Turrets. Please don't look at me like that one. That eats through biofuel very quickly. Let's give it a cheeky reload, because if I remember correctly, there's a bunch of red bugs around here. Or sentry guns. Ow. Yeah, these sentries are nasty. Which is what you would expect from sentry guns. You would expect them to be nasty. Flamethrower. It makes a hell of a noise, doesn't it? Elion! I want a flamethrower. Or a plasma thrower, whatever you want to call it. It's very handy close up. You gotta give it to them. And another one. I'll take those sniper rounds. Don't have a use for anything else. C4. Drills. Laser rifle rounds. Excellent. Not bad. So the loot table has been modified as well. Every element of the game has been changed. So you'll note subtle differences even in what containers hold. So you'll see like elemental pentaxid instead of raw pentaxid, because getting raw pentaxid from these containers can sometimes be a bit OP. You can get so much just from a bit of loot. Trying to do the speedrun methodology of this POI is impossible. They just hit too many of them. And they hit so hard. They hit ridiculously hard. You fall off of this thing. These red bugs really, their damage has gone through the roof. There's a million of them just sat at the doorway there. Woo! Wow. Ambush from the side from a horror. That's what happens, even with the flamethrower. Of course, the flamethrower isn't the only weapon. Every weapon's had a bit of a tweak. One of which is the minigun, which is still quite uncontrollable, but its RPM has gone up significantly. Don't think I'm gonna survive this. Well, what do you know? I did. Oh, that's one way to clear a room. That's how a minigun should make you feel. Very nice. Gotta say, big fan of that change. Here we go. Oh. Oh, there's more than one. Well, I got the base. Can I survive holding it? Yes. Old faithful tier 2 shotgun. They still got it in the end. Red containers. They kind of have what you expect, I suppose. Gold and more pulse lasers for hover vessels. Haha, that's nice. That's good. I would say the only drama, I suppose, with playing Reforged Galaxy is if you build stuff for Reforged Galaxy, you can only use it in Reforged Galaxy. So, yeah, there's a lot of nice changes in there, though. There's some I'm not so sure on, you know, the mechanical drill. But then, you know, this is my personal playstyle, my personal preference. That might be different from you guys. But speaking of you guys, that's who I want to hear from. Let me know what you think. Try it out. Check out the forum post down below in the video description. It's a really easy install, and it makes so many changes to the game that make a huge difference. An absolutely huge difference. Hopefully you've seen a flavor of that in this short episode, but I mean, there's so much I could cover, and so much of it is different. You know, you can see that all these SV weapons can now be fitted to hover vessels. I mean, that's fantastic. Come on, give us hover vessels with the kind of firepower, manual firepower that you can stick on an SV. Now, some of the turrets seem to work on SVs as well. This is a hover vessel plasma turret, but it's got a little green icon next to it. So let's see about how that works. Let me spawn in a quick SV before I end this video. Yep, sure enough, the plasma turret will sit on the SV, and it will work as well. Look at that. I mean, I was like, okay, great, you could put a plasma turret on an SV, but will it actually fire? Now, here's the other question. I assume this still needs PL charge HV. It does, yeah. So if I put PL charge HV on this thing, because we're in creative mode, why wouldn't this thing even lift off? This could be a problem. Change mode back to survival. Oh! Oh! Think about generators! What? I guess that's a problem with spawning in a blueprint on this one, and the generators have got completely different properties. I guess you need more generators to fire it up. Reaver's Fate. Bad choice of example. Anymore. What is going on? That's not going to work, is it? That's off on its own thing. We'll put plasma turrets on the wings. Why not? This will be a laugh, won't it? Why not? Right? PL charge HV. Oh, they weigh a lot. They weigh a lot, though. And look at my generators again. This is just by having plasma turrets in here, I think. There you go. You guys are going to shoot at something now. What if I move over here? Can you shoot that golem? Please. Yes! They work! They actually work! All I wanted to see was it fire? And it did. It fired. So there we go. Okay, well, they seem to, like, tax the generators a huge amount. Or whatever, or maybe it's just the generator changes in general. That's incredible. You could put SV turrets, HV turrets on SVs. They go back down to normal now. Yeah, see? It's the turrets. They use an enormous amount of energy, which I suppose is the trade-off of putting turrets on SVs. Fair enough. Does the Fate now work? No, that's still like 400%. Ship too heavy. What do you mean? It's never too heavy. Okay, well, there we go, ladies and gents. That is quite a revelation. Reforged Galaxy has a flamethrower. That's pretty cool. You can put HV turrets on SVs, albeit with a huge penalty on power usage. And you need to be Rambo in order to defeat the Zirax now. And many, many, many other changes that I just simply don't have time to cover in this one episode. So, like I said, download it for yourselves. Make sure you back up that configuration file before you overwrite any files. And let me know how you get on. Let me know what you think. And I think Vermilllion would really appreciate any kind of feedback you can give him on the forum post where you download Reforged Galaxy from. I know the developers are also keeping an eye on whether these changes have any kind of sort of popularity, whether there's a call for these sorts of changes, or any of the even cherry-picked any of the changes within Reforged Galaxy to maybe go into the main game. So you know, you guys are the driving force here. Make sure you feed back in the forum if you do check it out. I recommend it. It's definitely a new experience on Empyrion, and I know a lot of people, myself included, find it a bit easy, find the game quite too easy on the old difficulty things. Now, this changes that completely. It's now bloody impossible. No, I think it's it cranks it up. You really need to think about what you're doing, and that's not my forte, because I just like to blast through things without even thinking, preparing, or giving any kind of forethought to things, as you well know. So this is a challenge. This is different. Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.